repressed thing that we all have now, especially with the masks. We have to cover our mouths so much.
And, it's a shame that we have to cover it, because I can't hear people half the time. I'll be really honest with you.
No, I order food and the people behind the counter get mad at me. And I said, I'm mouthing the words.
Right.
And they get upset.
Do you, follow-up question, do you go, are you mad at me because I'm trying to keep you safe? Is that why you're furious with me? Because I'm trying to keep you safe?
I do. And I do it as snarky as possible because I like them to know that I'm a hero. I realize they're a hero because they're at work and the sign out front says heroes work here.
Right.
I want them to know that I'm also a hero. So we're just a couple of heroes.
Is it call out culture, Dave? Do you just call them out? Like do you call them out? And are you worried about what they're going to do to your food? There could be tiny vapors in your food.
I worry about that anyway, because I think we all know that there's vapors in our food that control us, which I think is what the vaccine is mostly made of. But, that's just a side thing that I feel. But I do worry that they might sneeze in it or they might cough in it.
Right.
Or put the vaccine in it would be the worst.
Put the vaccine in it.
In the food, yeah, because I don't want it. It's mind control.
It's mind control. Yeah. You won't take the vaccine, even if it's in a delicious meatball hoagie.
Well, that's...
If the meatball hoagie was the vaccine, David, you sit there and tell me that you wouldn't take the vaccine.
Well, that's really, you got me in a pickle now. That's a rock and a hard place because I can't say no to a meatball hoagie. And I think you and I have talked about that before.
Well, it doesn't come with a pickle. It comes with cheese fries, probably. So
then I'm eating the vaccine. All
okay.
right.
Thank you. I knew you would come around. How's your cholesterol then?
Oh, it's terrible. Basically, my doctor shames me every time I go in, tells me I'm pre-diabetic, and I'm just like eating my sandwich.
Pre-diabetic sounds like there's nothing to worry about right now. Do you ever call him on his shit? Because these doctors get arrogant, Dave.
That's why I don't want the vaccine. I'm always like, so I'm pre-diabetic? He goes, yeah. I go, oh, I'm pre a lot of things. I'm not post-diabetic.
I mean, pigs could fly, an asteroid could hit the earth,
Right.
Like, what are we talking about, Doc?
I'm with you, Mike. I'm with you.
Oh, guy who's nervous about everything. It's called you're fired. And I will fire a healthcare professional, Dave. You're fired. I'm going to go to a doctor who lives in the present moment, not all this pre-diabetic nonsense.
That's what I go into his office and I break his diploma. I say, I'm taking these back just like they took back Cosby's. These are my diplomas now.
David, your hair, though, crippling pre-diabetes, but your hair says, I'm healthy. I'm healthy and I'm ready for the ladies.
It's a strange thing. It turns out the more hoagies that I eat, the more my hair grows.
Well, it is beautiful.
Thank
you.
I try. And yours is better, though. I have to admit.
No, come on, Dave, let's not get into this ranking system. This is a momentum podcast. We have the momentum. There's no ranking. You can have excellent hair, and so can I.
True.
And talk to me about what's going on. Like, I can tell you about my process, but even on Zoom, I feel like I have a pop tonight.
I'd like to know a bit about yours. I see we're both what would be called a silver fox.
Yes.
That's what I tell myself because I have the gray coming in, and you know what? I don't get rid of it. I welcome it. I'm like, hey, you're home. You're home now. This is where
you're
you live.
Auditioning, though, Dave. Scenario. I'm going to put your little theory to the test here because people say things, and this is about calling you out on the carpet type thing. Mm-hmm. Big commercial coming up. Something, maybe a Geico, maybe a Progressive. Ooh. Really a chance to show your stuff in a national commercial. Yeah, you're with the flow. Maybe an Arby's, something. They say, you know what? We need you to dye your hair. Do you go ahead and comply for your career? Or do you tell them, F yourself?
I think I question it because it's a voiceover spot.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
That's the X factor.
Yeah. I don't know. I try to find the meat in the middle, just like the hoagie.
Right.
But I mean, if I really had to be on camera.
You've come in with a sandwich heavy mindset, Dave.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I've only 2 people have ever said that to me, and I can't thank you enough for it.
Sandwich heavy. And maybe your doctor did have a point about the pre-diabetic, because you are coming in sandwich heavy. And if you talk that way around your doctor, I mean, it's going to raise some eyebrows in the medical community.
My heartbeat is a solid 113 all the time.
Is that good, Dave? Is it good?
I guess it's terrible, and it's why I shake and don't sleep.